Okay, I wanted to make a quick lesson on the 1% rule. Well, we just spoke about the 70% of ARV minus the estimated repair cost minus your assignment. That is the analysis for flippers, which is what 90 to 95% of the actual buyers we're going to be dealing with are flippers, right? But there are markets out there where they're cheaper markets, under 100 grand, under 150 grand. Those markets will also have landlord buy and hold investors as well. Those buy and hold investors do not use the 70% of ARV minus repairs for their analysis. They use what's called the 1% rule. So I wanted to make a lesson on that, and we can go over here quickly. This is the rough and dirty analysis process for a buy and hold investor, right? That's all it is. It's not the 70% of ARV, none of that. This is for buy and hold investors. If you're in a really affordable market, there's some markets out there, guys, where you could be dealing with, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 houses. There's probably going to be more landlords, more buy and hold investors in that market because the cash flow will be significant, right? So if it's really affordable, under that 150, under 100 grand, then that's when I always think about the 1% rule as well. You can run the flip analysis of the 70% of ARV minus repairs. You can run that, and you can also run the 1% rule analysis. You can know both. Why not, right? You know from the flipper's perspective, and now you know from the buy and hold perspective. And if the actual property works for both, you got a golden property, and you'll include that in the email that you blast out to your buyers. All right, so this is what it actually is. It's when the monthly rent equals 1% of the all-in cost, right, for that flipper or that investor or buy and hold person. The purchase price, rehab costs, and your assignment fee equals or is less to 1% of the actual all-in costs. That's literally what it is. So here's an example. The purchase price, let's say the purchase price is $70,000. Your rehab cost is $20,000, and your assignment fee is $10,000. That means the all-in cost, all three of those, is $100,000. If that property rents for $1,000 a month, which is 1% of $100,000, then it passes the 1% rule. It's as simple as that. Add up all three, and then if it's 1%, then it passes that rule. How do you find what the average rent for what that property will rent for in that area? Well, you have to run comps. You have to find what properties, let's say your property is a 3-bedroom, 3-2. Let's find what other 3-bedroom properties are renting for in that area. You use rentometer.com to run that analysis. That's what I use all the time. It's basically a tool, and I'll show you here in a second, that you can go and type in the address and you can see what the rental comps are in the area. You can also cross-reference with Zillow. You can go on Zillow, type in your address, and then select the active rental listings up top and kind of cross-reference. So I'm going to take you here, rentometer.com, and show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so here's rentometer.com. You do have to create an account with them in order to use this tool. The basic plan is literally less than $100 for the whole year. So it's definitely a great tool. It's a cheap tool, but it gives you the rental comps in the area. All you have to do, guys, you go up here, you enter your address. Let's just enter an address. Then you go over here, the number of beds that are at that property. Obviously, I don't put in the baths. I mean, you can, but this is just what it gives you. I just leave that blank. And then look back 12 months, radius. I put 0.33, but if I don't get enough comps in that 0.33 radius, just expand it a little bit. All right, expand it 5 and then 7.5, and then you'll be good. House, duplex, or apartment. This one's a house. So after that, we click analyze, and there you go. It's as simple as that. So it gives you the numbers right here. I always use the average for what my property will rent for. As far as when I send out the actual email, I'll say 3-bedrooms properties that are comparable to this are renting for this. Let's say $1,375 a month, right? That's what I'll send out in my email. And then you look over here and you see the actual comps. The orange dot is your subject property, and here are the comps around it, right? It even says over here, all right, you got 8 properties, 3-bedroom houses within the last 12 months, and then your radius. And that's it. The average is what we're looking at. Now, the easiest way to tell what this is 1% of is just add 2 zeros to the end of it. So 137,000 basically. That all-in cost for the flipper or the buy and hold investor would need to be less than or up to $137,000. If it is, then this property passes the 1% rule. It's as simple as that, guys. So I wanted to make sure I explain that to you. Again, most of your analysis will be for flippers. But if I ever get a property that comes in and I'm like, this is, 120,000, only needs, 30,000 work. This might work well as a rental because that's 150 all in. Let me just go see if it passes the 1% rule. Let me run this quick analysis to see. And I definitely suggest you guys do that when you're under that affordable price point. That's 1% rule, guys. I'll see you guys in the next chapter.